on today's Minute of the Apes. I ran a marathon once. Actually, I ran a relay with some friends. It was a full marathon, but it was 4 of us. We got to break up each part of the marathon. I got to run the very, very last leg. And so I came out all fresh, and I'm looking around, and all these runners were just like battered and broken and beaten. And I'm like zipping past them going, what's the matter with them? And then I realized, oh, they had just joined the human race.
Take your sticking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
What is the secret of the divine found?
Well, I was not human, and I'm not human! Where there is fire, there is smoke.
The minute of the apes. 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 Yay!
Hello and welcome to Minute of the Apes, the daily podcast. Screw it. Really?
Sorry, I should have said I had just joined the human race.
No, I couldn't even
Not
get through
very.
my intro because I was like, okay, you retain your crown for the best intros, period. But I'm sitting there,
What?
I'm listening to that one, and I thought, where's he going? What's happening?
That was a long journey.
And then we got there, and then he said, the human race. I literally, my head almost fell to the table. I was just like, oh my God. Okay, how long did you have that planned out, or did you just come up with that?
Just came up with it.
You're full of shit.
I would have refined the dialogue a little bit had I had not just come up with it.
If you'd had time for script revision, you would have refined that?
Yeah, I would have refined it a little bit.
You would have
Made
been
it a
under
little more-
studio pressure. You would have just done it.
Right, yeah. I would have kind of made it a little more.
Sean, you're fired as the teaser. I'm sorry. Richard is... Okay, new rule for you.
Yeah.
You can never drink and be hungover again.
All right, I'll do what I can.
You have to
No
be
promises.
on... I'm going to keep talking right before you drink water, see if I can get you spit take. No spit takes?
This is we're around computer equipment, but I'll spit take if you want. That's always fun to do.
Is there anything funnier than a really well-timed spit take?
Yeah, I love them. But I'm looking around. There's no piece of furniture that I could appropriately
That's right.
spit take out.
My drum kit is behind him. My little writing chair is over here. So, yeah, I don't want your spit anywhere.
I want to say I did it once in the variants. I want to say I did a spit
really?
take in the variants once. Didn't I?
I don't remember.
I think
Sean, I
did.
know that because you don't have Apple TV, you've not seen Ted Lasso, but it has 2 or 3 good spit takes in it that are just, oh my goodness, so damn funny.
It's just such a simple gag.
It is.
Such a simple sight gag, and it's so, if it's done well and appropriate, it's just, so
It
sweet.
is so funny.
I like the ones where people. I'm gonna just do it. Where they go.
Well, don't spit on us.
I'm not gonna spit on you. Just say something. Just like ask me like a shocking question or something.
I'm nervous.
Sean, have you ever slept with your mother?
Not my mother. What?
When it just pours out your mouth.
That one.
So for the visual impairment that goes along with this, Sean basically let water just dribble from his mouth. And those are funny. I agree.
All right.
Dr. Strange shirt there probably didn't appreciate it, but at the same time.
At least it was water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that water?
Oh, shh.
All right. So we are at the end of the week, minute 80. This movie is fast approaching its end. Sean, tell us what's going on with minute 80.
All right. We start minute 80 with Caesar approaching Aldo and ends with Ape has killed Ape.
All right. Here comes minute 80. Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Aldo. You killed. Aldo killed.
Aldo has broken our most sacred law. Our child. You killed our child.
What's the matter with them? I guess you might say they just joined the human race.
Ape has killed ape. Ape has killed ape. Ape has killed ape.
As in minute 80, we have a surprisingly alive village worth of apes and humans, plus a much smaller ghost city worth of radioactive people.
Visually, it's pretty easy to explain. We're still outside the corral. we cut from one early wide shot to a shot of Caesar as Roddy does what Roddy does so well. He tells a ton of information just via his face. He uses the makeup beautifully because this one time it's not about the squinching, it's not about anything, it's simply his eyes opening as he looks around. We cut back and forth between Aldo and others as they look on. I'll come back to one orangutan I want to mention, but we have some shots as each one of them, they're very tight, close shots as they go, and each time we get in a little bit closer on Aldo, until finally we end up with McDonald inside the corral again, and we get the weird Robert Redford stunt double to the right asking what's going on. We have the explanation of the human race. Okay. How do we begin this when we know we can't go down the path we already did yesterday, which is the mystery has been solved. You know, they've whatever reason now the information is given to Caesar. I'll say this. Let's start with Roddy. It's almost illuminating when Roddy doesn't squinch his face up. When he just uses those eyes and the mouth is a bit agape, and he rolls around, and I'm putting two and two together to know how my son died.
And then, when he closes his eyes, I'm wondering, like, is he thinking, do I have to kill Aldo? Is he thinking, am I going to forgive Aldo? I'm trying to wonder what is going through his head at this point. Besides the fact that, oh shit, he killed my son.
That's what's in my mind, is that he's just kind of processing everything to realize, put the pieces together, which is why Virgil's reveal last minute caused everybody to pause for a second, and it took another 30 seconds for people to figure out what was going on. It was just a little... I need more Caesar. I need more Caesar.
I need more interaction. I need this not... Okay, as much as I always champion silent filmmaking, basically tell me through visual images. Show me, don't tell me. I always will go to that. However, in this one moment, I need Caesar. I need to see the mechanics more than it is. I need to hear conversations. I need these things built together because it has to build a more compelling case for what's going to happen.
We don't need the monkey gallery to be making the statements. Aldo has killed. That guy's going to be signing at conventions forever, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, and then we get to another orangutan that's like, Aldo has broken, or most sacred, whatever. Aldo killed. It was just it. We've already got the kind of the chants that are happening around of the unsettled of the apes. I was like, what?
Well, if anything, take that grunting, and then this mix needs to come down. They need to pull it back because it gets distracting after a while.
It sounds like little kids trying to make like motorcycle noises or something.
Yeah.
But it are they all going through the same process that Caesar is to the realization of what just happened with the reveal? Like, it's very...
Because, a lot of gorillas already know that...
I thought that too. That's kind of weird. Him, yeah. You killed, it's like, well
we knew that.
Weren't you sitting around the campfire with him, dipshit? I want to start real quick with the orangutan that says, you broke our sacred law. Is that what he throws out?
Oh, no. So at least is the one that broke our sacred laws. Aldo is killed, and then... Then the other orangutan says, he also said...
Well, here, I got him queued up. Hang on.
Play exactly what he says.
Aldo killed.
Oh, very simplistic. The only reason I wanted to bring him up, I can't decide if that's the single worst hero makeup that they've had in this film to date, or if it's the best, because it's almost like very asymmetrical, even to the point of it on the right side of their face looks a little putty-like, when to the left it's a much lighter color. And when that person speaks, even that eye kind of does that. That is the most haunting orangutan that has been in any of these films.
Yeah.
Yet it's just a little off.
Well, they also didn't have him prominently featured. He's actually kind of supposed to be in a crowd scene surrounded by other gorillas. So it's even kind of odder. Yeah.
Well, and then even the woman, here, I'll play her part.
Well,
is that
Lisa?
Again? Yeah.
Broken our most sacred
Is that Lisa
law.
that says
think
this?
That's her vocals.
Yeah.
It does sound like her, but it doesn't look like her makeup. Except that...
Oh, no. Yeah. Now this Lisa.
That could be. Well...
Wait a minute.
The odd pulsing just it's very, very weird. See, I don't think that's Lisa because then you get this person is approximately 36 seconds,
And then we get a different person who's Lisa.
yeah, that's Lisa because you look at her brows different.
Yeah, that's Lisa.
This-
So who was the first?
I don't
ape?
know.
I don't know, but
But it's Lisa's vocals, right?
it does sound
sounds
like
like,
they
yeah.
overdubbed her, but I don't think that's Lisa in that moment. It's just also this odd the way she just sort of
You have
pulses.
broken my sacred sauce.
She almost looks like a puppet, hand up the ass.
I mean, I would not have put a similar looking female chimpanzee so close to another shot of
Agreed.
Lisa itself because it
Agreed.
is confusing because it sounds like she's saying it.
I thought the
'Cause
same
then-
thing. It feels
then-
like they overdubbed her voice for
Then
sure.
Lisa says, he's killed our child.
Right.
Is that maybe one of the indoor scenes?
No, I don't.
Well, the lighting. So let's talk about lighting again. You go along between the Caesar shots, the Aldo shots, up until I think maybe my weird orangutan could be a studio shot. But yeah, when it gets to the we don't know who this female is. I can't decide if that's just poorly lit. I mean, look at the ape over her shoulder. It's just so glary.
Well, that's what I like. I wonder if they did the shot outside with Virgil the indoor shot with Virgil and Lisa, and then they kind of came back in and had to redo that
Maybe.
first line of Aldo has broken our most sacred law, which is why she looks so flat.
Right.
And then we go to the same scene of another female chimp that is Lisa, surrounded by gorillas as well, saying,
Right.
he's killed our child. Is it supposed to be her in both those
don't
moments?
know.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just so weird.
Does the script
No,
assign that
no.
line?
There's not. Basically, Virgil says Aldo killed an ape child. The branch did not crack. It was cut by a sword, and basically they're supposed to look back and forth as they realize what's going on.
I do like the succession of shots, even though this is weird with the, and I like everybody almost closing in on Aldo. The lens tells us, hey, this is mounting, and I dig that. It's just very confusing when you watch it. Who are these people?
So this is what's supposed to happen. Let's see. Virgil says it was cut with a sword. This is a wide down angle shot with a crowd full of humans in a street full of apes on either side with Aldo and Caesar more less centered. All apes gasp. Lisa stares in contempt at Aldo, reaches out and gently grips Caesar's trembling hand. A female chimp covers her face and weeps. Orangutan barks angrily at Aldo and points. Zoom in on ape fingers pointing. Intercut, quick cuts as Aldo looks from side to side as if he were trapped. Whip pan from gorilla to gorilla as they too begin to point along with the chimps and the orangutans. But Donald, Jake, and the other humans staring out most are bewildered. The doctor, tears in her eyes as she is fearful for Caesar's life as Lisa. She now goes to comfort Lisa in her agony. And then basically, Jake, what's the matter with them? I guess you could say they joined the sister in the human race.
Let's get that point because I want to play this again.
What's the matter with them? I guess you might say they just joined the human race.
Okay, really, first off, what's the matter with them?
I know. I want to
What
say.
a dumbass.
I want to say, you're hearing the exact same conversation I'm hearing. You just happen to be 1 inch away farther. What the fuck?
Maybe it's because he has that really bad hairsprayed hair and he can't hear past it. Okay,
He's got that Justin Bieber hair.
let's get to the elephant in the room. They just joined the human race. Okay, what does that mean?
They're
that we finally have acknowledged that violence permeates society.
No matter
Is
what.
that kind of where you're going with that?
I guess that it's just really bad dialogue.
It's horrible.
It's really bad dialogue.
The writer sat there and said, "This sounds great."
Well,
Yes.
Finish my scotch. I'm done.
Pull the paper out of the typewriter.
Yeah, I just pull the paper out of the typewriter. No, to your point, that's what they're trying to say. They've just become like us,
Right.
For all of
They-
the no killing, for all of the this peaceful society they were creating, even though they were using partially human slaves. They just became us in violence.
And their behavior.
Isn't that weird though that the violence, if we go back to 2001, violence begins everything. You know,